who are quietly 6-1 during the preseason. Preseason records don't mean nothing, but I'm just saying.
Zero nada.
Okay, here we go. There's Mr. Iverson, and there's Sebastian Telfair getting his Minnesota's groove on, and Rashad McCants explodes to the basket, lay-in and foul. Minnesota leads 20-6. Wow. We see in the first quarter, Iverson threads sweet pass to Nene. Nuggets, though, were just 6-21 from the floor in the first quarter and trailed 27-21. Now in the second, Greg Buckner drives inside, jumper off a glass, 6-point lead, home club. Melo with the steal. He's going coast to coast easily. But Minnesota led by 3 at the break, 52-49. Third quarter, Bassey drops it into Al Jefferson, 66-60. Minnesota, can they keep it on? Well, the Nuggets are going to play hard for George Karl. You know that. Iverson lobs, Carmelo, alley slam, 33 points, 6 assists for him. His club still down by 2, though. Oh, don't forget Antoine Walker's on the club, and he does know how to pass, Peter Vesey.
Always pass.
Okay, all right.
He just doesn't know how to pass on the next meal.
Minnesota 77-74 after 3 fourth quarter. Mike Wilkes, former D-leaguer, to Marcus Camby, Defensive Player of the Year. Denver's up by 2, first lead of the game. Inside, former Celtics working together. Telfair, Theo Ratliff for the slam. 94-91 Denver, though. And then Iverson back to Wilkes. Give it back to the man. 24 points for him, and Denver Nuggets are able to handle their business. Timberwolves had 5 different starters from last year's opening night roster. They lose by 8, 33-24 by the 1-2 punch of the 2-0 Denver Nuggets. 21 rebounds for the Camby man, Mr. Marcus, also 14 points and 6 block shots, Roy.
Well, I think you mentioned it earlier that Minnesota had 5 new starters from last season. It must be difficult for teams like Denver, who have a little bit of an identity, and now this first couple of weeks in the season, they go into a place like Minnesota, they don't know who these guys are. So, you know, it takes them a half to sort of figure out who's guarding who is this guy really. I thought he was wearing a different jersey. Then the talent and the team ultimately prevails. So this was the type of game where it looked like Denver didn't quite know who they were playing. Minnesota is probably not going to win a lot of games this year, but for a while at least they may surprise some people because nobody really knows who's on that team.